Hello and welcome to a new episode of Connected from Home. Our guest today is the six-time Ironman Hawaii World Championship and 8-time 70.3 World Championship qualifier and finisher. He coaches Bahrain's long-distance triathlon group and has created the first Middle East girls group. Without any further ado, let's give him a call now and figure out who he is. So now over Skype, we have with us Mikel Calahora. I'm trying to pronounce his name in Spanish. I hope I got this correctly. He is an athlete, not only an athlete, he's a triathlete. But what people don't know that he's also an engineer. He's a Spanish who lives in Bahrain. And let's listen to the rest of the story from him.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much for having me. And your Spanish is very good. You pronounce very well my name.
So how long have you been living in Bahrain? And how did this triathlon thing start? I know that you're active on many levels. Bahrain Endurance Team, Ironman, triathlons. Tell us more.
Yeah, well, my story in Bahrain started in 2010. We got a project in Bahrain to build a steel factory. And I was one of the main engineers for the construction, designing the plant. So I started coming. It was the first project I had. I got to New Bahrain. It was the first time I moved for the project. So I stayed 2010 with meetings. 2011 I was based in Bahrain. And then at the end of 2011, the project finished. So I had to go back to Spain. But I really like the area, I really like Bahrain, the people, the opportunities. And I told myself, why not trying to find another project or something to go back to Bahrain? So this happened in beginning of 2013, which I moved back. And ever since then, I'm based in Bahrain. So I was already doing triathlons. I started doing triathlons in 2001. So a very long time ago. And when I came the first time, I was qualified for the World Championships. I didn't really know how Bahrain looks like and what could I do. But my image was like, okay, I'm gonna spend the summer in Bahrain. It's a desert place. And I'm sure I'm the only crazy guy who's riding a bicycle in the middle of the desert and doing this kind of triathlons. And hopefully I found the community that we had at that time. And it was very, very small. We had mainly expats, and I remember we were like around 5 Bahrainis only. And seeing now how everything has developed until the point we are right now, yeah, it's amazing. It's really a huge change. But yeah, this is my story in Bahrain, and it's nice. I mean, we like the place. That's why we are so long here. And there are many opportunities. The people are very friendly. It's a perfect place for families, and we really love it.
So some people are not familiar with triathlons. What do they mean? Explain
Yeah,
to the
triathlon is a sport where you have to do swimming in the first time, then you move into cycling, and then you do running. It's all at the same time, and even the time you use to change from one sport to another one is counted in the event, okay? And then in terms of distances, it depends. You have from the very small ones for beginners until the big one, which is called Ironman, which is really long one, which is the distance where I'm specialized, let's say. So the longest one is 3.8 kilometers swimming, 180 kilometers cycling, and 42 kilometers running, a full marathon. And this non-stop.
So how much training do you, go through before entering the triathlon? It's not easy.
Well, it's not easy. The first thing which is clear is you need to like it or you need to want to do a triathlon. If you have the will, then anything can be done. Then also it depends on the level. I mean, if you are targeting to win, of course, you are going to have to spend more time, more dedication. But the very good thing about triathlon is that mainly the objective is not to win, is to finish. They created this culture of finisher that the main goal is just to finish. That's why it's so popular, it's good because you do three different sports, so you don't get bored of doing the same thing all the time. But also, when you reach to a race, it's not like I'm in the last or I'm in the middle or no. The goal for everyone is just to cross the finish line. As far as you cross the finish line, you are a winner.
So how did you become very good at this? Were you that active as a child? How did this start?
Well, I always loved bikes, riding bicycle. Okay, but when I was younger, my mom obviously was worried that a car will hit me, things like that. She was scared and very protective, and she was not allowing me to ride my bike. Okay, so I only could ride my bikes in the weekends, and if we go to the countryside, where I will go to the mountain using a mountain bike and things like that. So my chances to cycle were very limited, and I started to get a little bit choppy because I was not really doing too much sports. So then my father encouraged me, why don't you join the swimming team? I said like, okay, why not? So I went to the swimming team, and the water polo coach came to me and said, do you want to try water polo? And I said, okay, swimming in a pool or playing with a ball, it's much more fun to play with a ball. So I moved to water polo and I started playing. It was something that I was good at, and I started to become good, and I climbed from my local team to being in the regional team, and then I went to the Spanish junior team. So it was kind of developing. And on the side, I was always doing mountain bike in the weekends just for fun, and some running races local. Okay, I do swim, I like cycling, and sometimes I do running, so why don't I try? So I found the local team of triathlon, they helped me out, this was in 2001, and I tried.
So is there a favorable age, for example, height, gender, for a triathlon competitor?
No, there is no a specific age or gender. I mean, we have females, we have males. In the beginning, there were less females than males, but now, honestly, it's getting to 50-50. There's a lot of females doing it. And ages, it depends on the distance, it depends on everything. But you have from the very, very small kids. Even my daughter did some events, still not swimming because she's not very good still at swimming. She's 3 years old, but cycling and running she does, and up to the oldest people. I remember one of the years I went to the World Championships in Hawaii was the year that the oldest male was doing the race, and he was 86, and he was able to finish the big Ironman. So it's a matter of training, discipline. Of course, you need to like it. If you don't like it, it's going to be very difficult to keep up with everything. But it's yes, your will. Anyone can do it.
It is great now that you're balancing between your job as an engineer and you being a professional athlete. How do you do that?
Well, it's all time management. Many of the times I have friends telling me, did you see this series, or have you watched this movie, or did you see in the TV this and that? I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't have time to watch the TV. So it's all about time management. You can go before work, you do one workout, then you do your work journey. After the work, you do another workout. So it's all about how you manage your day and what are your preferences.
So you mentioned your daughter now is cycling. She's 3 years old. She's cycling and she's not swimming. She's running. So does she like the sport? Do you encourage her? So how do you inspire your daughter to be an athlete like you? She's only 3 years old.
I don't push her to do anything. She's just very active herself and she's full of energy. So I just allow her to try anything. We have been rock climbing, we have been horse riding. Of course, on the beach, she's still not a swimmer herself, but she's all the time in the water and we're playing. So it's all through a learning process. You will end up learning how to swim. but she tried the skiing. Of course, I taught her how to ride a bicycle. So yes, let her develop all her skills, and whatever she likes the most is what she will do. But obviously, she has been following me all over the world in the competitions since she was born. So the input she gets is like she's seeing sports every day. We are doing a lot of activities, and this is what she's used to. So naturally, she will try to do the same things she sees. But I will never force her to do something. She needs to choose. I will allow her to try anything she wants. She can try.
So what's the big dream? What's the next step?
The next step. If we are speaking about triathlon, I've been 6 times in the World Championship in Hawaii, but I never did the race I think I could do. Okay. Even though I live here, heat is one of my weaknesses. Okay. I don't race very well in heat conditions, and Hawaii is very, very hot. So I still have this inside me that I've been 6 times in the Ironman World Championships, and I never did the race I think I could. In the beginning, my target was like in Ironman, I want to go under 9 hours, be able to break the 9 hours barrier. And I was able to do it. And now I have in mind, let's try to do the same thing in Hawaii.
Yes,
Break
they
10
call
hours.
it endurance for a reason. Requires a
Yeah.
lot of endurance.
So I wish one day I will be able to go to Hawaii and break the 9 hours and do a results that I will feel satisfied with.
You will, definitely. You can do this.
Yeah.
I see someone hiding behind you.
Who's
Hello?
hiding?
Hi.
Who is this? Oh, oh.
Who's,
Who is
oh,
coming?
I see some small arms, small hands
Adi.
behind you. Hello.
Say hello.
I heard you're a very good cycler and runner.
Bicycle.
Are you?
You like bicycle? Huh? And you like sports?
Okay, she escaped.
Too, Maddie. Maddie, take your medals. He's gonna show you her achievements.
Okay, wow, I want to see the achievements. Wow,
She has
what's
medals.
the story of this medal?
She.
Oh,
How do you win this medal? Huh?
Bye.
Goodbye.
okay, impressive.
And running also. See, there's another one here.
Okay, so what was that? Was it a marathon, or tell me the story of this medal?
Oh, look. The funniest one is this one.
Oh, okay, are those several medals? Please tell me
Yeah.
about them.
This one was his real first race. It was in 2018 in Dubai. We had the half Ironman, and the day before the half Ironman, there is one race called Iron Kids. It's done for kids.
Okay.
She was not even 1 year old,
Wow.
barely walking. She couldn't walk by herself. So she joined the race, and one hand was held by me, another one with my wife, Sion, and we managed to finish the whole like 100 meters run. And
Wow.
the pacifier and all the lights and everyone cheering, and she was over the moon, smiling, jumping. She was so happy. We have videos and pictures of that day
I
But
want to
they-
see them.
that I will send them. No problem.
Okay.
And they were really amazing. And ever since then, now each event she wants to join.
Yes. Now she's a champion. She's used to being a champion.
And this year, she did her first Spartan race. Huh?
Wow.
With obstacles, going through water. Mhm. You like jumping, running? Show how you jump in the sofa. You always jump in the sofa.
Yes, it's a sport, right?
yeah. She's very active. She cannot be quiet.
She's your daughter.
No, yeah, I know. She's
He's the
surrounded of.
daughter of a very athletic dad and a very athletic mom, so it's very normal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is what we expected to have.
So, how do you like living in Bahrain, and how is the lifestyle going on right now? I know it's completely different with COVID-19.
Honestly, of course, it's, I mean, because of all this coronavirus, of course, it's changed a lot. But I think it's having something that is very, very, very nice. For the first time ever, I saw all the people outside running, doing bicycle, not just the people who are training for Ironman, regular people going walking around. I live in Amwaj area, and every evening is full of people doing activities. This everyone got even more aware about the importance of having a healthy lifestyle, and is I think is the positive part of the coronavirus. But otherwise, I think Bahrain is managing everything very well and controlling everything. We feel very safe being in Bahrain. Uh, Happy with all the things that the government is doing and how they're controlling, how they are testing. So I know they're taking everything patient and they are holding it a little bit to come back to normal. But I think they're always thinking on the health of all the population. So I'm very happy of having to go through Corona in Bahrain.
Hey, you're a very, very athletic family. This is why we're gonna challenge you to do something. We're gonna send you now.
Okay, good. Perfect.
That was great. You really, really, really nailed it.
Oh, the
Very
champion!
good at the challenge.
The challenge!
We
Huh?
have 3 champions here.
You did the challenge.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're a very, very athletic family. God bless you.
Yeah,
I'm very
yeah.
curious about you, how you guys met.
Actually, I was the kind of guy that thought I will find the love of my life in sports, maybe through work, something like that. Because
Yes, this is what I thought. You should have met maybe at a triathlon or something, or a
it was,
Sparta race.
it was very rare for me to go out and hang out, where most of the people in Spain will find or do or meet people is by going out, and very rarely I do it. So this one day we went to a place where I really don't like it, but my friends like it, and suddenly she
I
saw
went
me.
there.
I must admit, she saw me, and she also didn't like the place. But it came out that we had friends in common, and they introduced us, and that's how we met.
Yes, fate.
Yeah. So then we started speaking together, and she also has a sport background. She used to be a tennis player. We can tell you a little bit more of this.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
because through sports, the topic of sports,
Yeah.
we clicked very,
Yeah,
very
this
quickly.
was the main thing that I really liked from him. Like I was, like playing tennis all my life and doing championships. So I liked, like a person being like with me, like very sportive and also doing races. And I knew something about triathlon, but I didn't know too much. And then after like maybe 1 month of dating, I went with him to my first triathlon. I saw him and I really liked the sport. So yeah, I became in love.
Okay, so do you
Now-
also have triathlon achievements or dreams, like Mikel? You want to achieve something with triathlons or something else?
Not now. Like 4 years ago, I started training, and I was always following him in all the races every weekend. So I was dreaming I was doing triathlons, just dreaming. And I was telling him like, I finished today my first triathlon. So I was the whole time dreaming, and I said, okay, I have to do once in my life. So
Yeah.
I did one, and I really enjoyed it, and I continue, like training and being like going into more level. I did 4 half Ironmans, and yeah, I became addict.
Amazing.
Yes.
So how are you coping nowadays with this COVID-19 era? Are you like practicing? How do you spend your time? I know we stay indoors more. We don't go out to restaurants or like such places. Maybe just outdoor sports or staying at home. So how is it going?
No, I was doing indoor gym. I have a friend who has inside her house a gym. So all the living room is a gym. So we were practicing there and just trying to keep fit. And we were also walking around Muad. So it's a very good area to walk around and jogging a little bit.
It was a pleasure having you with us and connected
Thank you.
from home.
Yeah,
See you soon in real life.
yeah, of
Perhaps a
course.
triathlon or something, or
And if you
horseback
need
riding.
if you need any help to start doing triathlon, you have my number. Just call me. I will be
Yeah,
happy to.
I'll start practicing. I will.
Perfect. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you. Hey!
Bye.
Would you like to say anything to Bahrain International?
What do you want to say?
What do you say? No.
No,
Shy.
now it's a shy moment. It's a shy moment. So thank you everyone watching us, and please stay safe, be responsible, and get into a good healthy lifestyle.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Stay
Bye.
home, stay safe, stay fit. Okay, bye.
Bye. See you.
Hello everyone, how are you? Bahrain International TV has sent me a challenge and I'm taking it. Are you ready to see it?
This is the end of our episode of Connected from Home. See you next week, and remember to stay home and stay safe.